Hey, Melissa.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
It was nice. Yeah. Just was didn't travel too far. How about yourself?
I was in New York with family.
What part of New York?
So my brother lives in Westchester County. I'm from upstate New York though.
Which part of upstate?
Suburb of Utica.
Oh, okay. My wife's from like south of Plattsburgh.
Okay. Yeah, that's real upstate.
Yeah, it's pretty far up there. Cool. Maybe just me and you tonight.
Yeah. I think so. I don't know. We invited Tom, so maybe he's just not going to be part of this.
All right. Well, I guess we can call to order then. How's actually, let's see, I have the agenda here. Nope, that's the last time. Did you get the minutes?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I had already sent those back right after the meeting, so no, you didn't have a lot.
Maybe you did, and they're just buried in my email.
Or I forgot, one of the two. So yeah, so we actually have 2 meetings worth, because I don't think we actually, in our last meeting, we didn't actually approve the prior one, so.
Oh, okay.
Moving to approve.
Did you send? I thought you sent one of the months.
I
think you may have sent the last one.
Oh, really?
Or not the last one, but 2 meetings ago.
Let me see, that is possible. I think just the agendas. As far as I can tell, this is the one that goes to postings at Wakefield, right?
No, the postings is the agenda, and the minutes go to Sherry.
Yeah, let me check. Maybe I did. Oh yeah, but you know what? Okay, let me find out. Because I remember didn't we find out that the draft minutes always have to be made available? So I may have just sent the
Let me just see what's posted on the website. Oh, I don't see any of ours posted. Unless they're just misleading. Well, there's 2 of the same. When was the last? When was the meeting before last?
the date. It was September 28.
Yeah, I don't see it on the website, so yeah, we can just send both. That's fine.
Okay. All right, so we're approving those, and I'll send those to Sherry.
Mhm.
Excellent. Okay, no public participation today. And we can jump into the updates on the inventory. I can start if you like. I did make some progress a little bit on the heating oil. So that section is here. I can share it.
So I did get some data from WMGLD. Okay, that's heating oil. Yeah, okay, so I got the percent of homes with gas heat. And then I think we were just gonna assume that the rest was oil, maybe. But if you have, well, I don't know how you came up with this one.
That came from this MAPC data common,
Okay,
but I think we had made a note that like if we can get something a little bit more current and town specific, that'd probably be better. And I think the assumption that yeah, a home's not heated by gas are going to be predominantly oil. Maybe there's a few all electric in there, but
yeah. So the percent of homes without gas heat is 53.82%.
what is it?
53.82%.
Wow, that's pretty high.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a 50-50 split. I mean, percent of gas is like 46%, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty high.
Yeah, a lot of oil. I know in my neighborhood, I see the oil trucks quite a bit.
Mhm.
So. Okay, cool. Making a note of this.
No, does that need to tie into what was above it? Or is that separate?
Um, yeah, this is all this like workforce, work number of establishments and employee. I think this was sort of to estimate the non-residential.
No, is that the where the heating oil you just put in?
Yeah, this is still heating oil. This top section's all of this
Oh, okay.
monthly employment and it's used to extrapolate some things and then I think that's all sort of
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the numbers above that percentage that you just put in this table.
oh yeah. So this came from this MAPC data commons thing here.
Okay,
This one actually.
but I'm just, so it's just housing type and then, okay, they're asking for oil, so it doesn't have to tie together. Okay. For some reason, it's in the same table, but not connected.
Yeah, I assume they kind of go to some calculations elsewhere. Actually, part of what I wound up spending some time on was untangling a few errors, like divide by zero errors in this spreadsheet, because there was something weird with the some of the because we don't use community choice,
Uh-huh.
tons of errors all throughout here. So I wound up just editing a few things to prevent that from happening.
Okay,
But it shouldn't affect anything else since we're not using that anyway.
yeah.
We had also had a note from last time about, I'll keep it on my follow-up task list to check with our town assessor's office to see if there's information.
Oh, yeah, because the MAPC, that was like an average or something.
Right. Yeah, and it's 2016 to 2020.
Yeah.
So that can probably still be updated, potentially, to be more accurate for our town.
Do you want to like highlight that or
Yeah.
something?
So, we'll do that. I keep some other notes too. Okay, and then this off-road stuff I got as well. This was all kind of confusing, but they sort of break it down into, actually, it's useful to open up the guide. I'm gonna let me do this. There we go. So this is off-road mobile activities.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, sorry. Let me do this. Okay. You're seeing this now?
Yeah.
So it's basically landscaping, construction, and manufacturing.
Mhm.
So this moves data is stuff that's just available on MAPC Data Common. But and it's kind of old, it's 2017, but I figure I guess it's the best thing that we can get.
So it's mobile non-road sources. So is that like lawnmowers and
Yeah, like landscaping and construction vehicles, basically.
okay. So how do they, is that just like a state average or something? Because
So
get to the town level.
yeah, so here's what they do.
County level? Okay.
Yeah, it starts with county level, and they say ratio. So this is for landscaping, and there's data on the total landscaped area
Mhm.
for the county. And so they basically, you take the ratio of your community versus the county and to take that proportion of the county level estimate. And then I
They
think,
just like take the amount of green space in the county or something?
I guess so.
Because not all the green space is like mowed, like you're not gonna be mowing like a field or like a preserved area.
Yeah, so they say it's based on the ratio of landscaped area to total landscaped area. I mean, I don't know much about how they come up with that data.
Yeah.
And it's tough because with the methodology like that, it means that if you're like doing something like using all electric landscaping equipment or something, it doesn't actually affect the emissions calculation directly.
Right. Right. Yeah, this is a weird one.
Yeah. They do something similar for construction. So for construction equipment, estimated using proportion of square footage of commercial development.
How do they know it's under development? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it'd be building, so it'd be building new buildings. Or like, right, new construction, I'm assuming. Is there like any explanation for this, or is it just?
So commercial development under construction during the inventory year. Yeah, and I guess again, this isn't even
Oh,
gonna,
commercial real estate database. Hmm. Wow. Really getting into the weeds.
yeah,
I don't know how that can be accurate at all, but I guess we just take what they got.
yeah, the other thing is, if I go back to the tool. Oh. Switching back over here. So they have these inputs for the employment, which this is also weird, but it has to do with I think manufacturing or something. Yeah, total and manufacturing employment.
Yeah.
So somehow that gets worked in there. Then there's the square feet of developed open space, which I guess is what they're talking about, the landscape area. But then
Seems
this,
like a huge number.
yeah, but this is like square feet or something weird. It's like a, it's not like acres or something. But
It's
then they
like
have,
3 billion, no, 3 billion. Hmm.
yeah, and this is county. That's town.
Okay.
So apparently this part's optional. So this would be, I guess, the construction related. Um, just looking back at the guide, if there's anything else that says. Yeah, so to get that, we can get that. We need to submit a data request to MAPC Analytical Services Group. I don't know if that's something they charge for, or because we're already working with them on something else, if they can run something or pull something for us. But I could reach out to them, see what we can get for that.
For which one?
For the it would be this number, square feet of commercial development.
Okay.
So it's like they have it at the county level. So, and then if you can say, the town is using this other metric, if the town is a certain proportion of that county total, then we can allocate the construction related emissions to the town based off of that ratio.
I don't know about that. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's gonna be accurate at all.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing that kind of brought me over to some of these other tables is it'll be interesting to start to look at, like you said, is it worth it? What kind of proportion of the total town emissions are we talking about here anyway?
Yeah.
In my work, we do a lot of stuff with scope 1 and 2 emissions, and there's all this stuff you have to do to try to figure out refrigerants and fugitive emissions for that. And you can drive yourself crazy thinking about it. And then you look and it's like a fraction of a percent compared to all of the
Yeah.
scope 1 and 2. So,
Yeah.
okay. So maybe we just sort of
Yeah,
like,
because I don't know like how you can say like what proportion of the county, because like what if there's like, towns that are like have so much construction in them and like Wakefield doesn't really have much, so you're still gonna say that like it's a portion of that large amount of construction even though we don't have much here? Like I don't think that makes sense.
right. I mean, theoretically, that would be reflected in, if there were accurate numbers about how much square feet of commercial development was under construction in Wakefield, versus the entire county, then we would be allocated that proportional amount. But I kind of question how accurate this is and whether we can even get it for the year we're trying to use as the inventory year. You know,
Well, like how much emissions are really caused by construction?
it's like the vehicles, I guess, right? Machinery.
So
I mean, you're right, like just compared to all the,
excavators and,
yeah, I guess so.
I mean, because like most of the construction in Wakefield is like renovating like already like big buildings, like the mill building near the train station, like that's already was built. They were just renovating it and that was a huge project. So there's not many like new buildings being built that would like cause a lot of emissions, so.
Yeah, that's a good point too, because that would be counted as commercial, square feet of commercial development under construction, but it's not ground up construction, so it's gonna have way less
Yeah,
machinery.
yeah, I mean, the only thing that's really being built is like, I've seen like a few new houses, but that's residential, not commercial.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's no like big projects that are like new buildings. Besides, like, the high school is gonna be a big one, but that hasn't happened yet.
Right. Yeah, that'll be big. So I think this is like a question of how do we want to approach this in general for these kinds of things. We could choose to say we're not including that in our inventory because we don't feel that there's a accurate way to account for it yet, or we need to develop a different methodology to account for it.
Yeah, I would say we skip it, because I think it's gonna be negligible anyways.
Yeah. So that would be this whole off-road category.
Oh, I thought you said that only that one was, or are they all optional?
Just this one is optional.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
So-
all optional. I mean, it's all, I would say, we can decide if we want to do something differently or exclude.
Yeah. No, I think the other ones are probably make sense. Even though that's square feet, I don't really know about, but the employment ones, obviously, you got that from MAPC, those are good. I would say we skipped the commercial development one. And I guess we keep the developed open space. I don't know.
Good. Yeah, that would be for the landscaping. Curious road. Yeah, that's not a. I think that's not going to be a very large amount. But yeah, I say we keep it in for now.
Okay.
I mean, we're just, we're following what this thing suggests for methodology. I mean, as of right now, I don't know what we would do that would be a whole lot better. But I think what's interesting about this whole exercise is like saying, wow, that's, we don't really have a good ability on something like that. What might we be able to do to better measure it and potentially encourage policies that would help,
Yeah, I mean, we would need like a GIS person who works for the town to, map that.
Yeah, but even that's just like a roundabout way to get to what you're trying to actually determine, which is like how much fuel gets used in weed whackers and lawnmowers and stuff, right?
No, I'm talking about the square feet of developed open space. Is that,
Yeah, but I think that's what this is used for. So they're talking about landscaping, off-road landscaping
yeah,
emissions,
yeah.
you know?
The only other thing I can think of is how WMGLD offers incentives for electric lawn equipment now.
Yeah, yeah,
But I don't think that was available in this year that we're talking about. But that's the only other thing I can think of that would give us like some sort of related data.
yeah. And I think that points to why this is a flawed, metric for trying to determine emissions in that category, because
Yeah,
we had really high participation in that program.
yeah.
It wouldn't even show up this way. So, but again, I think
But is this inventory even counting like electric cars?
so. Yeah, transportation. So I have this
Okay, so
is
that is,
filled in. Yeah, this is I didn't.
okay,
This is as far as I got. Was up to this point here.
okay.
Yeah, but looking at it a little bit. There's data again. I want
6 vehicles electric? I feel like there's more than that.
yeah, yeah. This
Right.
this is must be Natick's old data, because where we started with their.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't completed this section yet. I should probably.
There's gotta be more than that in Natick for sure.
I know that seems weird. I mean, unless they're using a very old baseline year.
Yeah, I mean, they did do
2017.
theirs. They did theirs in like 5 or 6 years ago, so
Yeah,
maybe that's right.
17 maybe.
Yeah,
Kind of funny to see that. So
yeah. Okay. So do you want to go back up then?
yeah. Um,
Okay, so county off-road transportation. So that's just coming from moves too. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I got this. So this again is
I still don't understand how they get these numbers.
yeah. Let me see. This one.
Is there like an explanation of like how moves compiles data?
Not that I've found yet, but I didn't dig too far. Followed these links and EPA moves 2014 the non-road tool in combination with the FHWA Highway Statistics Series 2017 table MF24 data on gasoline consumption for non-highway construction vehicles and industrial/commercial vehicles. So it's, I don't know, some data set from some study long ago.
Most recent year is 2017.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can go.
It must be based off of like licensing or something of like landscaping companies and
Mhm.
all the construction. Yeah, it must be like just based on business information. Like they probably assume if like a landscaping company, their address is, you know, in our county, then they're gonna be working in our county and causing emissions in our county.
Yeah. Yeah. So here are the like percent of county allocation category.
Okay, so we're 1% of the population. Is that what that is?
This, no, 1% of the square feet of landscaped area, which that's interesting. Seems low. 2% of manufacturing jobs, 1.6% of all sector jobs excluding manufacturing.
And what about construction?
So this is the one that we would need to do that data request. This was that optional one
Oh. Right,
here.
yeah.
So it's probably another example where we need to, if we don't fill it in, we need to figure out a way to,
We need to just put NA probably.
yeah. Or just put zeros in here.
Well, it wouldn't be 0 because we don't have the data. Right,
Right, but
leave it blank or something. Or NA.
yeah, I guess if I just made this say NA, then we don't get an error.
Yeah. Well, we just need to change up that NA.
So there you go, all off-road emission sources, 6,000. This is, I believe now, yeah, metric ton CO2. As compared to 44,000 from fuel oil. Fuel oil alone.
Wait, what was what did you say was the number? 6 what?
Uh,
6,000, okay.
6,000 is
44,000.
total off-road emissions, yeah.
So should we go back to the inputs and just mark like what we still need to put in there?
In here,
Yeah,
yeah, all of these.
okay. And that just comes from that data common.
Yeah, actually, I don't know, Ben. Looks like it'll be pretty easy. So it's, yeah, it's like total by type, total vehicles registered in the town, and then some subset of those are vehicles registered in the town with valid mileage estimates and fuel economy. I'm not sure how they get that.
I'm assuming, I mean, you have to register your vehicle, the type of vehicle you have, right? And then they probably just look up the Kelly book mileage and fuel economy.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they just only started tracking that in this particular data set at a certain point in time, because this is obviously just a Natick example, but it's, you know, little less than half of the total vehicles registered that they have that data for. So,
Where do you see less than half?
so like if this is the total gasoline vehicles, this is how many they have the valid mileage, emissions, and fuel economy for.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't
I mean, how would you even
why,
get?
why would that even be helpful if you don't have everything?
Yeah, I guess you just extrapolate. Although
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense if it's because you have that data for like more current vehicles or more, newer vehicles, then it's obviously not going to be the same for the ones you don't have the data for.
Yeah, but I mean, that data goes back pretty far.
Yeah, you would think. Now, I have no idea how they come up with the daily vehicle miles traveled, Um,
Yeah, isn't that all in that data common?
yeah, but I just mean like how would anybody know that?
Right.
Let's see where it's at. Here.
Hmm.
So they have the fuel type, total vehicles is here, and then total daily vehicle miles traveled and MPG vehicles.
Mhm.
Average DVMT. How would you
I don't know.
vehicle census?
I mean, especially 2021, it was a pandemic.
Yeah.
So now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably not the best year for us.
Well, you got to start somewhere. I mean, some of those other data sources you saw, they're based on data sets that were old anyway.
I guess 2021, well, no, it was a 2020 into 2021, so it's still.
Right. Yeah, right. The worst.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, I don't know how they get the majority of this data, but they do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah, when you go to this MAPC data common, it's just a lot. There's just like, seems like there's just a whole bunch of different data tables and for each.
Oh, it's based on traffic. That's what it's based off of, the daily vehicle miles. Traffic data.
Hmm.
Yeah. But even that, how do you even get that?
You ever drive over those little black ropes across the, like little sensors across the street?
Oh,
Those. Like sometimes you'll see like a little gray box and then there's like two like black tubes. They look like hoses running right across the road. I think those are vehicle counters.
oh, okay.
They do that. They do studies, I'm sure, every now and then to figure out traffic patterns and.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just not noticeable. Like, yeah, I mean, I know that traffic data exists, but yeah, you don't really notice it. I mean, obviously, like the tolls, you can figure that out.
Yeah.
On the highways, but Okay, well, now we know.
Or they just hack into everybody's ways or
Yeah.
I'm sure Google can sell pretty good traffic data.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
Um, yeah, I think, we'll
Oh,
probably.
regional transit. Okay, no, regional transit, school buses, yeah. Optional.
Yeah, looks like this is.
Yeah, I mean. Technically, the school buses are not municipally operated. It's a private company. So. We wouldn't be able to get that data. I don't think. But that, so we don't have any like trolleys. Yeah, we don't really have that.
Yeah. I also think there, it kind of seems like as with the other like municipal building energy data, it's sort of like an optional, it's a subset of your total,
Yeah,
something that you can track more specifically and have more direct control over.
yeah, I would just blank.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to delete those zeros?
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. Okay, so waste. Yeah, so I believe everything is incineration.
Okay.
And yeah, everything goes to composting, that's picked up for composting.
Okay, yep. So we said yes there. Yes. That's good. Oh,
So I did get some information on waste categorization from Anne.
okay.
I don't have the percentages, she just gave me the tons.
All right.
So maybe we should just take a percent of the total. Well, no, it wouldn't be a percent of the total. Because, so the food is not included in trash, it goes to composting. So it wouldn't be a percentage of the total.
But no, but only food that is composted goes to composting. So like in our trash stream, if they did a characterization.
Yeah, I mean, I only have the food that goes to Black Earth.
Oh, okay. So what's the breakdown of the other regular
So
waste?
garden and plant is 3681 tons. Yeah, I mean, the only thing is like, I don't know how much paper goes in trash, like we can estimate how much is recycled, but we don't know how much goes in the trash, so I'm not sure we can really answer this accurately.
Okay, yeah, so. Yeah, I think this would be is if in your waste stream you had good
Yeah,
of this breakdown.
yeah, I don't think we do.
So, okay, yeah. Um. So,
And that, is this optional? No, this is
yeah,
oh, so that would be a no, and then,
this is right. This is a no.
yeah,
And then it will just use, I'll delete these out.
okay.
Now, curious.
Let me just, self garden waste.
Possible recommendation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm curious, like, do you think that,
I'm assuming like this means like, what's in your trash?
oh yeah, that's what I assumed it meant.
Um. Let's look at the guide.
I'm wondering if it matters much. I guess it affects the emissions of the incineration, depending on sort of like what that mix of materials is, do you think?
Possibly. Let's see. Waste sector is composed of all emissions that result from the disposal of solid waste and treatment of wastewater generated within geography boundary. Waste and landfills. Yeah, so it says the waste characteristics survey, you need to collect this information to identify the percent of waste content in household trash. Yeah. So. You don't have that.
Yeah.
It says you'll use, if you don't have the waste characteristics survey, you'll use the weighted averages found in mass summary of waste combustor class 2 recycling program. Is that right? So it'll be automatically populated in the tool. If we put no, so.
Fraction of waste, yeah. Just gonna go with these.
Yeah. Question 3C. Can we go back to the input?
Yeah. Okay, so I don't have that. We're good there. Okay, so down here, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we don't have the private hauler, which is like apartment buildings. Multifamily businesses. Which your community has problem. And yes, we have the Black Earth data. If you want to put that in there.
So we're categorizing Black Earth as municipally collected.
No, private hauler. Composting, yeah.
Okay.
So it was 68 tons.
Okay. I'm just going back up because I don't know if it matters because we were debating whether to consider Black Earth as. No, I guess it doesn't matter here. It just says it's at curbside. So, okay. So, okay, so we have that. Yeah, then this one was like, really, we don't have info on what private haulers are doing, right?
Yeah, the only suggestion Anne had was dumpster permits. But even like, I don't know how we would assume, like we would have to make some assumption of like how full the dumpster gets.
Yeah. You know, reading here, it says for the two private hauler categories, it says if your community has, or it says this data is very often very difficult to collect. If you're unable to collect an accurate estimate, skip the step.
So skip the whole thing.
Well, skip the private hauler.
Oh, okay.
Functions.
Yeah, I say we just put in the data that we have and leave the rest
Yeah.
blank.
So we have municipally collected incineration and private collected compost.
Yeah.
Good. All right. No way to determine. We don't hear numbers from the schools service.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing that I haven't gotten yet. I've been trying to get it from Republic Services and I haven't received any answer. So that's the what would that? I guess that would be municipally collected.
Yeah, it's like a different contract than the townwide collection. Is that right?
Did we put the total tonnage somewhere or is that not put in somewhere? It's just. Yeah, that wasn't the right number, 6137.
Okay, you have a better number on that.
I think that was left over. So it was 7690.15. So that includes the curbside residential trash and the Main Street and Parks trash. So it's DPW plus Republic Services. And the only thing we're missing is schools.
Okay. So it's Republic for household.
Mhm.
And school is a separate because it's Republic, but it's just a different,
It's just a different contract, yeah. So I've been trying to get that from them because the school facilities director was like, you're better off just asking them but I haven't had any luck. I'll keep trying. So if you want to make a note, yeah, we're missing the schools from that. I assume it would go under, I mean, I don't think it makes a difference whether it's labeled municipal or private hauler.
Yeah, I would think that's true.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the last thing is the total population. I'll just check this. So this, according to this link, this is the 2019 estimate.
What's that? Population.
Yep.
That seems. Like we should have. But is it the same time period?
It says 2019.
Fiscal year.
Yeah, they don't have it by fiscal year. They just have it annually, and 2019 is the latest.
Okay. So I guess we take that because we don't have anything else.
Okay.
There was a 2020 census.
Was it 2020?
Mhm. Yeah, I just looked it up.
I wonder if they have all the data available.
We just need the population, that's it.
Yep, just says what is the population of your community?
Zip code. Census. total population. Okay. Huh? Filter for 0808. Sorry, this tool is a bit confusing. They have on the census website. It says available years 2021. And then filter for the zip code.
Okay, so yeah, this goes into the wastewater stuff. We may want to ask DPW on sorry, I was just looking at the guide. So it's basically saying if your wastewater goes to one of these treatment plants, it then calculates only nitrous oxide emissions for the percentage of people who are served by municipal sewer. If that's
I
where,
think everybody should be on municipal sewer in Wakefield. We don't have, I feel like, I mean, maybe some houses have
septic.
septic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could ask, I can ask Anne. What is the question?
So if we knew, I guess the question is, what percentage of people in the town are served by the municipal sewer service and wastewater treatment service? I would guess they don't have that in terms of people. They might have it in terms of like water accounts or something like that.
Households. Hold on 1 second. So the percentage of households in Wakefield who are serviced by municipal water.
Right.
Municipal water, that's it.
Well, specifically sewer.
Municipal. Yeah, they should, because we have, we pay sewer. We have a water and sewer bill.
Right. So, but if there are any homes or places where there's a water supply connection, but not a sewer connection, then that could be a septic
Right.
system. So they might have some information on that.
That 27,000 people is accurate. That's the last number that I heard for Wakefield. Okay, so that's the only other question we have for Anne, right?
I think so. I mean, you could, did you specifically ask her about this waste characterization study? You know, if anything like that has been done?
Yeah, I can ask her. I don't think I like point blank asked that question.
I don't think it's very critical. If you look at
I
this,
doubt there has, but I can.
it's kind of interesting, you know, so it incinerates 7,000 tons of waste, and using these default mix of matter type comes out to 130 tons of CO2.
That's it.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem right. I thought I was supposed to skip that if we didn't have it.
I think it uses a default
Oh, okay.
that like a default mix. Supposedly. Yeah. So it's defaulting to the state level data.
Still seems pretty low. Um.
Yes, otherwise we're pretty close, I'd say. So I work on this transportation thing, the vehicles.
Okay. So that's the only thing we have left. Did I give you, I didn't give you the WMGLD data, I don't think.
That's right. So that is up here.
Yeah. Okay, residential. For electricity. Commercial, industrial. That's kind of confusing. Let me share my screen. Oh,
Do you have access or
make me co-host.
okay.
So this is the data that Jen gave me. But I don't know why it says commercial power, municipal power. And what if municipal, what would that be categorized as? Because we only have commercial, industrial, and residential, right?
Yeah, I'll just lump it in with maybe commercial and industrial.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know like what the difference is between these two. We have to circle back with her. Gas, residential, gas, heat. Commercial. Yes.
Gas residential, gas heat residential.
Yeah, I don't know how they can break that down. Like, I'm assuming this is like cooking, and then this is heating.
Right. I think it's possible for gas accounts, there are account types that are heating, that are designated as being used for heating versus not, which I guess would be like cooking only. In residential setting would be like cooking only.
Well, yeah.
Because for a
If you
particular
have-
account,
If
they
you have
won't.
like electric heat then,
Right.
but how would they know that? Because it's just one gas line. One gas.
Right, for a particular service, for a particular like metered service. But where it can happen too is in like multifamily. If you had a like a central heating system, but then each unit had its own account with gas that was for cooking only.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
I don't know what it is with I don't know what's going on with the electric end of things though. Where there's the
Yeah, I
power.
don't either. I don't either. I'll have to ask her about that. But as far as the gas goes, so I can just. That's total residential, and then I guess we're including municipal and commercial together, right? So this is residential gas, and then this is commercial industrial, I guess. Yeah. And then you can take this residential one, and then I'll just ask her about. I mean, I guess we could just sum these like we did below.
Right.
I'll just do that. Yeah, so I would just residential, commercial, industrial.
So 84, 878, 526, that's a residential, and there's 78, 499. Okay. It's a lot of kilowatt hours.
Yeah, it's interesting that the commercial, municipal, and residential are not really far off.
Yeah. Electric.
Okay.
All right. So I know, yeah, obviously we're not everything's final, but it seems like we have enough in there for it to kind of generate some numbers.
Mm. Hmm. Yep, buildings and transportation,
Yeah.
pretty much how it goes.
Look at this, fuel oil.
Yeah, that is surprising how much accounts for.
Yeah, got to push for more heat pump conversions.
Yeah.
There's a heat pump incentive program now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we got ours installed this past year and used the utility incentives. I mean, it's not as good as Mass Save, but something.
Yeah, the new Mass Save is like
It's like 20 grand. It's ridiculous.
crazy.
And then WMGLD is like 7,000.
Yeah. How's your system working?
We are paying less in rates compared to the investor-owned utilities.
Yeah.
They are working good. The heat we're still trying to figure out what the right temperature is. Cause like with our gas heat, we would put it pretty low because we didn't want to like use a lot of gas. And but with the heat pumps, you're not supposed to you have to keep it above 60 at least all the time, and you're not supposed to set it back at night or anything like that. You're just supposed to keep it steady.
Yeah. did you eliminate your gas heat altogether, or do you still have it?
We still have it, we're not gonna like take out the unit because that's kind of a pain and.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, we have it for, our furnace is like 40 years old, so we're still gonna keep it down there as like emergency.
yeah, yeah,
It's just not worth like taking that thing out.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, with some you'd have to, you'd have to convert it over, but like in my house, I'm thinking about trying to keep the hot water boiler as backup, or once it gets to like, 10 or 15 degrees out, a little supplemental isn't a bad idea.
Well, we got the cold weather heat pumps and it's supposed to be fine at like -degrees, so.
Yeah. Yeah, then the people have people asking, well, what happens when the power goes out? I'm like, well, in my house anyway, I don't have heat either way because I need a pump to move the water around. I don't have a generator. So,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah. If you don't have a generator with any type of system, then.
yeah, old steam boilers can work, no power, but
Oh, okay,
that's no, there's not a lot of those.
yeah.
Uh, um, cool. So
Okay, so I'll try to get that school data and then you're gonna get the transportation data, right?
yep, yep, I'll wrap up the transportation piece and
And then maybe we can, hopefully next time we'll be able to see like the true results and talk about next steps.
yeah, kind of go through some of the outputs, results. I think I had started some very rough notes on like methodology, so just making sure we track all these like assumptions, what we've, where we've gotten data from, having it all kind of packaged up. And then I think we also said it'd be kind of interesting to go and maybe look and see if some other towns have done this and do a little bit of just benchmarking or comparison and see what we can learn.
Yeah,
Um,
I can definitely look into Melrose.
right, yeah, we know they've done one. This is a different sort of a different topic, but I just learned that the town of Newton is in the process of enacting a building energy reporting and disclosure ordinance, or BERDO, which is what Boston has. And they're basically trying to do the same thing. Cambridge is working on one too, but now Newton's pushing to have one. And I'm wondering if it's the kind of thing that more local
You
municipalities.
mean for real estate listings?
For just for any large building, basically creating an ordinance to require them to report their energy and carbon emissions
Oh, okay.
annually, disclose that. And with Boston, I don't know if I think Newton's doing the same thing, but I mean it's disclosure, but it's also like you have to reduce, over time. Like, so basically all large buildings in Boston need to be zero emissions by 2050, and there's like declining limits to get there, and they start in 2025, so it's like pretty soon.
Yeah,
I don't know if we have a lot of
yeah, we don't have a lot of.
large buildings, right? Yeah, so
The schools.
bit of a different proposition when you're talking about residential, I guess.
Yeah.
So what kind of heat pumps do you have?
So we got LG. Mainly because they were like readily available. I know a lot of people have Mitsubishi, that's like the most popular brand. But I think the configuration that we wanted wasn't available in Mitsubishi, so, and it was for LG, and So we tried LG, even though it's a newer player in heat pumps, but they have like a long history of like refrigeration appliances. We had some issues in the summer where like the system would just shut down randomly. So we're still trying to figure out why that happened. So far so good in the winter though. We're hoping that doesn't happen again. But we're thinking that it maybe was due to like brownouts in the summer. So, but yeah, we still a mystery.
Wait,
Unfortunately,
so did you have it all through all of last winter, or are you heading into your first winter now?
this is the first winter.
Okay, yeah. Good, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, we have the gas if like something goes bad, so.
Yeah. Nice, yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely look into getting them.
Yeah, were you happy with your contractor?
We use Endless Energy.
Cool.
Yeah, they do solar installation too. So they mainly do, they're not like a typical HVAC company. They mainly do like solar and heat pumps and more like green technologies.
Nice. Yeah, I'll check them out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, been trying to work on solar, but I just have a lot of trees.
Yeah. I know we have an interesting roof. And I think it's probably gonna need to be replaced to do the solar, so that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. All right, well, good.
Okay, so I'll look into for next time Melrose. What they've done with their inventory.
All right.
When do you want to meet next?
Probably into January, to be honest. Does that work for you okay, or did you want to try to before then?
Yeah, December is pretty much done. Because so if we do want to, yeah, so we're looking at like the last week of December, which I'm on vacation. So do you want to do the first week of January or second?
Let's do.
I mean, first week of January works for me.
Would second week be okay? Wait, hold on. Trying to look at two calendars at once here. Oh, yeah, would the week of like the 9th be okay?
Yes, probably not until Thursday though, because I'm in like trainings Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like full days. So I'm probably gonna be brain dead.
That's, yeah, actually I am too on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I can't on Thursday. We could do Monday the 9th, maybe. Or no.
That's the first day of my training.
Oh, okay.
So the first week doesn't work at all.
Let me see. I think I could probably do. Yeah, I think I could make it work for the. What do you think? Wednesday, Thursday, Monday?
Yeah. Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday works.
So let's say Thursday, well, let's say Wednesday. Wednesday the 4th.
Cool.
All right. Okay, move to adjourn.
Second.
Aye.
Yes. Let's adjourn.
All right, sounds good. See you next week.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
have a good
Good
week.
night.
Bye.
Bye.